Every once in a while I check my phone and get a tip that makes me immediately go to my computer to check it out. This guy saw multiple level 9s with 50 or 51 prayer. They all trade, quote, this purple man, and then they walk to the bank and teleport away. He told me the world he was on and I immediately hopped to it and obviously found the purple gentleman he was talking about. This player's name was Zarafa, and just like the tip said, there were a bunch of level 9s logging in periodically in monk's robes with a skills necklace, trading Zarafa, and then walking to Varrock West Bank and teleporting away. All of the accounts had 50 or 51 prayer, and at first I really couldn't figure out what this bot farm was doing. I was looking back through different tips to see if anything matched up, and another recent one caught my eye. This guy came across and started hunting down mass amounts of levels 7 to 9s, training their prayer in the Wildy Zami altar. Once again, the tip asked me what they're doing, and I think I've actually figured it out. I mean, it's pretty obvious that these level 9s are bots muling something to Zarafa. This other tip might be connected, but it's probably the bots being made at the Zami Wilderness altar. Once I realized the bots were wearing monk robes with skills necklaces, it all clicked for me because I've seen this bot farm before. I also went back and found at least 5 different tips sent to me about the bot farm, which is in full force operation. Someone has been testing and scaling up a massive red spider egg collecting bot farm. This is the bot farm, and we caught them muling red-handed. Just to confirm, I went to the 4th dungeon to see if the bots were active, and most worlds had at least one bot. The one I picked first had 4 of them on the same world, so clearly there are a lot of these bots out there right now. Each of these individual bots probably doesn't have that much gold on them, and they're such low-level accounts they're almost worthless, maybe worth $1 or $2 because of the membership to the botter. If you really want to stop these bot farms, you have to get to the mule, Zarafa. So I immediately sent off this information to the anti-cheating team at Jagex. They got back to me in the same day and were able to catch Zarafa and even told me everything that was on Zarafa's account. But first, a quick message from the sponsor of today's video. I've always wondered what such an iconic man would have in his pocket. Oh, no surprise there, it's the Ridge wallet. Thanks to the sponsor of today's video, the Ridge wallet. These wallets completely simplify and reorganize your pocket and look really nice. They also have RFID blocking technology. Ridge sent me burnt titanium and carbon fiber, and they both look really nice. The carbon fiber is my favorite. It's super lightweight, and it does come with a cash strap on the back as well if you need it. So go to www.ridge.com/sirpugger. The code is sirpugger for 10% off your order. The link is in the description. The anti-cheating team told me the bots were each trading Zarafa 3 times per day with an average of 141,000 GP at a time, offloading between 300 to 500 red spider eggs each and getting 3 skills necklaces. At the time Zarafa was banned, it had 500 skills necklace 5s, 600 skills necklace 6s, 2,000 Varrock teleports, and 81,000 red spider eggs. So clearly it is a mule for a red spider egg bot farm. What would be interesting to see is how long of a period of time it took for this account to get that much wealth. Just to make sure I got all the prices right, I bought all of the items that the anti-cheating team told me the account had, and it comes out to just about 50 million GP. Now obviously this isn't even going to shut down this individual bot farm's entire operation whatsoever, but it feels good to know that 50 mil of a botter's gold was taken out of the game. The very next day after that mule was banned, I went back to check to see what the bot farm was up to. It was already back up and running and muling to a new account called Kakovo. Once again, I sent the name off to Jagex, but this time we hit an even bigger load. 1,000 skills necklaces, 30 million GP cash, 136,000 red spider eggs, 1k Varrock teleports, and also 700 dragon bones, which confirms the earlier theory that other tip-off about the bots training prayer in the wilderness was likely creating accounts for this bot farm. Just like before, I purchased the items and it comes out to around 100 million GP. Now I was curious how many bots are in this bot farm and how many the anti-cheating team banned after I tipped them off, but it's actually a deeper question than that because the answer was they knew about this bot farm before I tipped them off, and they've been banning the bots in it like crazy, which explains why there are so many accounts being created at the Wilderness Prayer Altar. This graph is from October to November 24th, and it shows how many red spider egg collecting bot accounts are banned every single day. Back in early October, the bot farm was pretty active at around 50 to 100 bots banned per day. Clearly, the bot farm scaled down a bit for a month and a half, and now in November, it's up bigger than ever. Up to 200 of these accounts are banned every day. And as you can see here, here, the price of red spider eggs in the last 3 months has gone down considerably from 700 down to 400 GP. It's been going down a lot more rapidly in the last 2 to 3 weeks as well. And that makes sense, matching that back up to the amount of bots banned per day Jagex sent over. The bot farm has been insanely active the past week. The one thing I'm not quite sure of is the actual size of the bot farm. If Jagex bans 100% of the bots online every day, we know exactly how big they are, but let's say Jagex banned 50% of them, then you would double the numbers of the bots banned every day. Either way, it's quite a huge bot farm, and unfortunately the 2 mules I caught are only a tiny dent in this bot farm's profit, I'm guessing. Your tips about these bot farm mules are super helpful though, because you never know where they're gonna pop up. I got another tip right as I was editing this video about FunnyBats549. This account was trading literally hundreds of level 25s at the Grand Exchange. Like, come on. At least try to hide it, right? Like, the Grand Exchange has got to be one of the most popular locations in game in terms of player traffic. All these level 25s had 30 attack, 30 strength, and 40 magic, and you can tell by the low hit points level that the 30 attack and strength were probably quested from the waterfall quest. Once again, I sent it over to Jagex, and the mule got banned with 134.5 million GP. Apparently the mule was actually trading the bots stuff instead of the other way around. The bots were then taking the gold and buying supplies from the GE to do a lot of different quests. Since the bots were caught so early in their life cycle, we don't really know what the bots were going to be used for, but my best guess is probably something like Zulrah bots if they're going to be doing a lot of quests. It's impossible to know for sure though. Next up, we got a cooking bot farm in House Hosidius on Zaya. Lot of fishy level 3s out there, and as you can see, a lot of them had 98 cooking, although pretty quickly I found a couple accounts with 200 million cooking XP, and so I backed up and I didn't record that username. Maybe it is a bot, maybe I should have, but 200 million XP, like, maybe you're just a pro gamer there. Anyways, I did record one of these with 40 million cooking XP. I sent the list off to the anti-cheating team at Jagex. They were cooking sharks, and a couple of them actually had previous macroing offenses. Nothing too fancy here. The average wealth per account was 361k. But that also just goes to show you, 361k per account, that means they're muling constantly. Like, 361k is less than the value of the amount of raw sharks that you could cook in 1 hour. They've got to be constantly trading the wealth off of their account to get to those mules to try to make it safer. That's why it's so important to catch that mule account. Now, I've gotten so many tip-offs about a giant Barrows bot farm. They all seem to wear about the same thing. Black D'hide top and bottoms, a God Coif, rune boots, Ava's accumulator, rune kite shield, trident of the seas, and a magic short bow. Some of them have upwards of over 10,000 Barrows KC. Some of them are in the top 100 for Barrows kill count. I was sent dozens of these usernames with screenshots of each one wearing the same thing. I went out and found a lot of them as well. I followed them around too and tried to talk to them. No response ever. Just for context, 10k Barrows KC is over 600 million GP without completing the Mauritania hard diary, because on average you get about 63k per Barrows chest. So I sent a long list of 27 of these accounts off to the anti-cheating team. Some preliminary stats: the average account age was 61 days. The anti-cheating team also said that a lot of them were bought and hijacked accounts. The average wealth per account was actually incredibly low, 335k per account. To me, that says that after every single Barrows run, they basically went and traded off any wealth they got to a different account. But here's the thing that actually surprised me the most. Usually bot farms wear similar gear, they don't respawn. A lot of them also had similarly trained stats. However, in this instance, every single account was a gold farmer. What's interesting though is 14 out of the 27 had already received some sort of botting offense. The anti-cheating team told me a lot of that was from Nightmare Zone, so it seems like a lot of low-level accounts are hacked, and then they're botted at Nightmare Zone to level up, and then they're bought by gold farmers to use at Barrows to gold farm. That's just a theory, but that makes the most sense to me. I'm sure at this point a lot of you have heard about the pyramid plunder bot farms that are absolutely massive. The price of the Pharaoh's Scepter is down from 5 mil to 2 mil in the last 6 months alone. I recorded this just a couple days ago. Like, on a single world there can be up to 50 to 100 of these bots running. I've seen a lot of comments on Twitter and on YouTube videos about how nothing's being done to stop them, and it's a little bit more complicated than that. It's not about if these bots can be caught, it's about how soon. Right now the bots' average life cycles are way less than a day, and Jagex sent me over these stats on how many they're banning per day. As you can see, it seems like the bot farm has been more active since November November 12th, they banned roughly 50 per day before that. All of a sudden, the accounts banned per day shoots up to about an average of 1,000 of these bots banned every day the last 2 weeks. Now, the minigame pyramid plunder that all of these bots are doing is a members only minigame. So how could this bot farm owner possibly afford membership on 1,000 accounts every single day that are then banned? Well, let's match up the dates here. It looks like the bot farm grows a lot on November 12th. On November 10th, Twitch Prime membership, which means incredibly discounted membership, is live. On the black market, you can get these accounts with 7 days free membership for like 50 cents each. And that's what makes the bot farm profitable. Otherwise, if they had to purchase membership, I don't think the bots could really make a profit. I understand the dilemma Jagex has though. The Prime membership option probably brings a lot of new players in to at least test the game out for those 7 days. But obviously, veteran botters take huge advantage of it. It's nice to know that when the bot farm is in full force, thousands of them are being banned per day. It's not like the detection system's not working. It's just that obviously you can't detect a bot within 10 minutes of it being created. Finally, to close off the video, here's a quick blooper of me when I'm trying to record some B-roll footage. Make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And remember, if you see anything suspicious, you can always email me at sirpuggertipoff@gmail.com or DM me on Twitter.